Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 4,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me guys. Why did Gervonta Davis include Rehydration clause in fight against Ryan Garcia? Gervonta Davis will face a bitter rival Ryan Garcia in a catchweight bout on April 22nd. Both Davis and Garcia will need to weigh 136 pounds or less during the weight in. A 10-pound Rehydration clause was placed by Davis' team for Garcia in the contract. The blockbuster showdown between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia is just a month away. Fans will flock to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, on April 22nd to witness two of boxing's biggest stars lock horns. The much-anticipated fight nearly didn't push through thought after Davis' camp adjusted the stipulations for the bout just before signing the contract. Garcia revealed in an interview on the DAZ Boxing Show that Davis' team insisted on a Rehydration clause to be put in place for their fight to go ahead. Davis-Garcia, what is catchweight? The two boxers agreed on a catchweight for this bout after they fight in different divisions. Davis makes his living in the lightweight division, 135 pounds. While Garcia competes in the super lightweight division, 140 pounds. According to King Ryan, he and Davis agreed on a catchweight of 138 pounds for their fight. The latter's team changed that catchweight a couple of weeks later, making the limit of 136 pounds instead. Davis' team introduces Rehydration clause. Garcia agreed to that stipulation and thought the deal was finally sealed. Davis' team threw another surprise, inserting a Rehydration clause for Garcia to follow. Usually in boxing, once the fighter makes the weight limit during the weigh-in, his focus switches to the fight. That isn't the case for Garcia, who must watch his intake before the fight, with Davis' team introducing a 10-pound Rehydration clause. That means if Garcia weighs 136 pounds during the weigh-in, he needs to enter the fight weighing 146 pounds or less. If he gets over the 146-pound limit, the fight is off. Hopkins believes the tank is worried boxing legend. Bernard Hopkins shared his take on Davis' decision to introduce a Rehydration clause for his fight against Garcia, saying it is a sign of deep worry on Davis and his management's part here. Subscribe to watch new videos. According to Hopkins, Davis' team doesn't want him to lose to Garcia, so they have made it more difficult for King Ryan to get the win. Davis has every reason to be worried, as Garcia is unbeaten in 23 fights with 19 knockouts. Tank is fighting back against critics of the Rehydration clause, saying he did nothing wrong considering his opponent's physical dimensions. Davis said Garcia is the bigger fighter, and he said he isn't dumb to allow his rival to blow back up to 150 or 130 pounds around the time they fight. Oscar de la Hoya expects Ryan Garcia to make it look easy against Gervonta Davis. Initially, Gervonta Davis viewed Ryan Garcia's perpetual and brazen callouts as nothing more than inconsequential. However, after years of fulminating with Davis and threatening to turn his lights out, the Baltimore native has finally decided to take Garcia up on his offer. A jam-packed crowd at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, will be treated to an all-out slugfest when the two widely popular fighters square off in the main event slot on April 22nd. From the moment their mega showdown became official, odds makers quickly began evaluating the possible outcome, and after doing their due diligence, the betting public is standing firmly behind Davis, pegging him as the odds-on favorite. As of late, the pugnacious Davis has taken his aggression up a notch in the ring. In his last two appearances, the 28-year-old violently ended the nights of both Rolando Romero and Hector Luis Garcia before the sound of the final bell. Still, even with his gloves being soaked in the blood of his opponents, Oscar de la Hoya Garcia's promoter believes that Davis' time at the top of the apocalyptic mountain is coming to an end. Garcia, 24, quickly dispatched of Javier Fortuna in July of 2022, clearing the way for his bout against Davis. By and large, de la Hoya's praise of Davis has been both profuse and flattering. However, while the renowned promoter and Hall of Fame fighter believes that the hard-hitting star is a one-of-a-kind talent, come April 22nd, not only is de la Hoya convinced that Garcia will emerge victoriously, he concludes that his fighter will barely break a sweat while doing so. My guy, Ryan Garcia, will not only shock the world, he will make it look easy and begin his legacy, said the fire-up de la Hoya on his social media. Let's go! Canelo warns Gervonta Davis on upcoming Ryan Garcia clash. He needs to be very careful with Ryan. To even the staunchest of Ryan Garcia's supporters, his bold threats aimed in the direction of Gervonta Davis appear at ludicrous. However, following years of thunderously claiming that he will do a number on the hard-hitting star, the 24-year-old Garcia will be given the opportunity to prove himself. On April 22nd, in front of what's expected to be a jam-packed crowd, Garcia and Davis will lock arms in the center of the ring. Ryan Garcia is viewed as an underdog in the eyes of the betting public, although his chances of pulling off the upset are being viewed as minuscule according to most. Canelo Alvarez, his former stablemate, isn't willing to go that far, having trained side by side with the former interim lightweight titleist on countless. The pound-for-pound luminary recently revealed that as long as Garcia puts in the work behind the scenes, he will be just fine. He needs to do his job and train 100%, said Alvarez to Fight Hype during an interview. He is a good fighter. Ryan is a very good fighter. He is a very talented fighter. Despite his aforementioned talent, Davis is banking on his deleterious knockout power during their April 22nd showdown. In his most recent trip to the ring, the Baltimore native brutalized Hector Luis Garcia, stopping him at the tail end of their January 7th contest. More times than not, Davis has found a way to detonate a violent blow on the chin of his opponent, no matter how much success they've experienced in previous rounds. Yet, even with Davis finding that fight-ending blow time and time again, Alvarez doesn't believe that the former multi-divisional titleist will have a walk in the park come fight night. In fact, with Garcia displaying his own violent knockout power, most recently against Javier Fortuna, Alvarez argues Davis to approach their clash with extreme caution. He needs to be very careful with Ryan because he is a strong and very fast fighter, Alvarez said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.